Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Beyond the Ball podcast. It is your host, Ian. Joining me always is Jay White. Justin, how's it going? How's the week going? Happy Thursday.
Thursday. Weeks went well. We've had some midweek soccer,
Thank
football,
goodness.
sorry, which has been nice to see. Got a shitty day out today next to New York City, and I can tell you that a lot of thunderstorms, a lot of rain. It's been a nice day to work from home. Got to watch the Blues beat Luton Town today 2-0, which was nice to see. But overall, again, weekend's almost here, so can't complain. How you doing, Ian?
I'm good. I am just as excited as you are about midweek soccer coming back. We were saying before, like there's finally something to watch during the workday. It's like it's back. It's full swing back. We had the EFL Cup on Tuesday, yesterday and today. We had some La Liga mixed in, a Barca win today, Real Madrid a big win yesterday as well. So, I mean, it's awesome to see it all. What did you think before we dive into our topics? What did you think about that Chelsea match today?
I was very surprised with the starting lineup.
I was too.
I was like seeing Palmer starting, seeing Morgan Rogers starting, seeing Reece James starting. Those were probably the big three that I was shocked about.
I'm
Just
surprised Reece started.
just because of Reece James's injury history, the Palmer his injury hold last year, and I guess Morgan Rogers was a little surprised too. I thought maybe we'd see them in the second half come in a little later if it was a closer game, but I guess only playing once a week now. I guess you can say because we don't have any. I
Yeah,
guess maybe they wanted to do that, but I still was shocked knowing that we play Sunday to see them. So hopefully nothing nagging they picked up or anything like that. But
I
I'll
agree.
t- I'll take
I
the
mean,
win.
oh, absolutely. And I think I agree with you. Morgan did. He left in the 67th minute, as did Reece James. But I do agree with you. I don't know why they would play Reece James. That's a really dicey play to me, just like you said, given the dude's always fucking hurt all the
Yes,
time. And it was Luton Town, right? Honestly, I wasn't impressed. I know it was a midweek match. Would have liked a better scoreline than 2-0, but the one thing I will take is Palmer, he might be back. Like he's looking faster than he has in the last 2 years. Like he
he's
definitely looks
playing
like
defense too. Like he's tracking players down and stuff.
I think
Like
he's healthy. And if he's like
yeah,
fully healthy and back, I mean he looked good today again too. Again, I know it's Luton Town, but I mean we'll get into it. But Sunday he looked awesome. The could be a problem for the rest of the league. Hopefully it is. Hopefully he's fucking
hope so.
back. Hopefully it is. But listeners, this is what we got today. We do have a listener question that we're going to dive into first. But then after the listener question, we're going to get into our takeaways from week one. We have a few different storylines that we're going to go over. And then we're going to get into our predictions for week two of the Premier League season. So that's what we got on tap for you today. Justin, anything before we get going? It sounds light, but there's going to be a lot of stuff to cover.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
All right, let's dive in. Jay White, tell us the listener question.
Our one little listener question, I guess you can put it into two parts kind of is what are we expecting the last few days of the transfer window? And from that transfer window business around, what do you think City and Chelsea will have a part in it?
Okay, I like this. I like this question, and I think it's good because there's some recent news that just is kind of developing this afternoon.
Yes.
That's good. So we have Emi Martinez, who will be going to Chelsea as probably our new starting keeper. Let's talk about that one first. I like it a lot. I know he's on the decline, but holy shit, we needed a keeper. We needed a keeper bad. And Robert Sanchez was not the guy.
No, I think right after that last game, and we saw the first mistake he had, and I say probably the second goal could be on him as well. I think Alonso made a decision, and I think, like you said, I know a lot of people do think he is declining as a goalkeeper, which I do see it a little bit, but I still think he has a attitude. I've always said you hate playing against him, you want him on your team because he's just a, I guess I'll just say dickhead. I tried to put this in a
Yeah.
nice way, but to have him on your team and only to cost 7.5 million. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
And that's the thing too. Like he is a bit of a dickhead, etc. But you know he's not going to make those stupid mistakes that Robert Sanchez did. Like Robert Sanchez makes some of
Yes.
the worst decisions ever. I'll take a dickhead who doesn't make basic ass mistakes. Because when Chelsea give up goals, I feel like a lot of the time it's like Sanchez playing a pass out from the back or like coming to a ball he shouldn't have come to. Like he's so
Yes.
fucking bad. He's just so bad.
He's
So
got leadership too, Martinez.
yeah,
He's
he
got good
does.
leadership too from the back, which will be helpful.
Oh, absolutely. And the other one we had, it pretty much sounds like Enzo is going to go to City. It's sounding more and more and more likely that that's just going to be a done deal. He sat out again today against Luton Town. Um, wasn't even in
He
the team
requested
at
to
all.
sit out.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to go. He'll be at City
Yeah.
before the weekend, I think. If not before their match tomorrow, I think before the weekend's over. Like, I don't think
Yeah, it
Enzo
just
plays this
seems
weekend for Chelsea.
no, it just seems to me like as a player, you go up to your coach and you say, "Hey, I don't even want to be on the bench today." So right there, it just shows where you're at. So now to me, it's going to be interesting of do Chelsea now get rid of him? Obviously, is more than likely going to go to Manchester City. Do Chelsea give him away for only 100 million, or do they stick with the price that they asked for? That's going to be the interesting part for me now.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm Chelsea, if I'm my team, I'm sticking with the price. They don't need Enzo. They can just fucking sit his ass on the bench. Like
They
Chelsea
could.
makes enough money. They could just eat their wages. I could see Chelsea having no problem being assholes. Like you see how we negotiate and work in the transfer market. We make money. Liam Delap getting $61 million for Liam Delap was like a criminal act. How he spun up a flat profit on a man who contributed to 2 goals last season is like criminal. Um, but I wonder what happened behind closed doors with Enzo and Xabi Alonso. They must be on like totally different wavelengths because Enzo's a great player.
No,
I
yeah, I agree.
is Xabi must just be like, you're not in my plans, like at all. And that's why Enzo's so comfortably and like, no, don't even put me on the roster today. It's kind of crazy.
It happens. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the money.
Exactly.
Do we replace Enzo with somebody? Who do we replace with so late in the window? Do you have any rumors?
So that was my next thing is who are they who are they going to go get? And obviously the rumors that's been going on probably for the past month and a half is Adam Wharton or Alex Scott. Alex Scott obviously from Bournemouth, Adam Wharton from Chelsea. Not from Chelsea, sorry, from Palace.
The Palace.
Obviously, Alex Scott, we've actually sent, I think, 3 offers now, and we've got rejected each one because I think they wanted, I think the first offer was 60, second one was 70, and the third one was
Fuck
80.
off. They want
So
more. Oh,
I
come
think I think what's gonna happen is if we do lose Enzo, which obviously I keep saying is gonna happen, I think the next offer is gonna be an increase for Alex Scott. I'd probably say anywhere from 85 to 90 million. I think that's the replacement they want in. There's not another center mid on the
on. I
market that
know.
that I
And
could
it's
think
just
of. The
crazy that that's the going rate, and we only got like 70 million for Cucurella.
Yeah, but again, I do think we need a center mid coming in.
We do. We absolutely do. That's just so, I mean, and you're not wrong. Like that's just the rate that you kind of got to pay for that, but it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yeah,
we'll see. Or they start Lavia and they bring in a backup. Or they start
it's
Reese and
just
bring in a
if
backup. Reese and
they
Caicedo in the midfield.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Window closes September 1st.
I know.
We'll know soon.
We'll know soon. What else do we have? Any other transfer rumors that you? Oh,
Yeah, so
Barcola. It sounds
yep,
like it should be a pretty signed deal with Liverpool. Not sure the stipulations of the exact fee. It's over
one
120.
145.
That's so much money. I mean, Barcola coming in with 13 trophies already. He's definitely an incredible player. We'll talk about Liverpool later on, but I don't know if that changes much for them. I'm having second thoughts on my whole
I
Liverpool prediction based on
Yeah,
how they played this past weekend, to be honest.
I'll talk about it later as well. But
Exactly.
again, this is one that's been rumored for the last month, and obviously it's fine. It's going to be finalized. But I think it'll be a good signing for them. I definitely think it'll be interesting as well what happens to Cody Gakpo, because obviously there's rumors of him going to Tottenham. There's rumors of him actually possibly going to Saudi as well. So
Man,
I think that will open up some things for him as well. But
Tottenham just landing Marmoush and Savinho as well. I mean, how much more money are they going to spend? I guess they're going to bring in Gakpo as well. That's just crazy. Yeah,
and then what else do I have? I have obviously the big one too is Ollie Watkins. It does look like
maybe going to
it looks like he's going to
Saudi.
Saudi.
Yeah.
Uh, I saw that for 50 million.
Oh, Villa landed Nico Jackson.
Yeah, Nicholas Jackson. And
They
then
also just landed Goretzka,
I saw that one as well.
Villa.
Then I'm trying to think. I am expecting Jack Grealish to sign with Everton. I
Yeah.
think that's my big probably of all talking just Premier League based about all the players left of who can leave or who a club can bring in. And obviously he's on loan from Man City, but I think that's probably my big take of I think he will sign with Everton at the end of this window.
Yeah, I see that. Good for him. He needs to play consistently. Pep ruined him.
No, yeah, and he's when he's healthy, he's a good player to watch.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Um,
Yeah, but
awesome. Oh, and I
Deschamps.
think the other
Oh,
big
you got
one,
another
I
one?
think, yeah, I got a big one. Arsenal in talks, maybe quiet talks, Julian Alvarez from Atletico.
Yeah,
Haven't you,
let's.
you don't have your
That
ground on
now
that?
I'm not with it. No, absolutely
I
not.
see that happening. I see that happening. I see that happening because of the Arteta link from the Man City days.
I don't
And
see it
he would be
happening.
perfect in the way that he plays. He's gonna end up there. They
So
asked
what
him
are you
about it today.
now? Are you sitting Kai Havertz? Gyökeres already looks like you paid all this money to get Gyökeres, and looks
They're
like his
gonna
ass
sit
is going to be on the
Jokeris. They're
bench.
gonna sit Jokeris is what they're gonna end up doing.
Yeah, I
They
don't
well,
know.
how many times have we heard Arsenal say we need another forward, we need another forward, we need another forward? Here it is. This is like the perfect forward that would fit there. I would not be shocked if he was there before September 1st. Because
Yeah,
Alvarez, even the Atletico Madrid president came out and said because Barcelona wanted him, and he said there's no way he will ever play for Barcelona.
that makes sense.
But they want to get rid of him, right? So they want to sell him, and they're not going to sell him to Madrid. Nobody in Italy is going to be able to afford him. No one in Germany can afford him. So then you're looking at the Premier League. If Arsenal want to buy him, they could probably get him at a little bit of a discount.
So that's your take. You think Arsenal signs him for the end of the window?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
we will see.
What does it
Deschamps.
end up doing for what does he do in the Premier League? I don't know. I think it just ends up being a massive rotation, and now they have three guys that they could rotate through 55 matches. Stupid, but that's what they're gonna fucking do because they're Arsenal.
Probably, but Deschamps, our Manchester United fan who was on the pod a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
Deschamps, thank you.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah, Deschamps, got to get you back on. Listeners, as always, if you want to join, just let us know. You don't have to make a whole thing in the group chat. You can just let us know if you want to join or if you got a question. Awesome. Well, thank you again, as always, Day. Moving right along, we got takeaways from week one, and we have some talking points to cover off on. First one I got, Jay. Who's your top five after the first week of the Premier League?
My five is Hull City. It may sound a little bit wild, but
Fine.
if we're talking about who impressed me the most after week one, I think it's Hull City. Obviously, you come into the league, you beat Manchester United 2-0 in their first match in 9 years. They got goals from both defenders, Semi Ajayi and defender Noble Mendy. But it's not the result that impressed me. It showed like they actually belonged in the league. Like the way they played. Like as a fan, like when we think about championships teams coming in the Premier League, we all up, they're gonna get their ass kicked. They're going right down. But I think they proved some of us wrong the way they started. And I'm not saying it's not saying Hull are gonna be good because you can't react like that in one game. But if they beat Manchester United, who was the best team in the Premier League last year from the new year, I'm gonna give them their flowers. So that's why I have them at my five.
Okay. Okay. That's fair enough. At my number five, after week one, I'm going to go with Manchester City.
Imagine having them at 5. No one would ever expect that. Just knowing Manchester City.
I would have them at 5 because they won, but they won unconvincingly. Enzo Maresca did not look good, and it was a very boring Manchester City approach. Both of the goals were from defenders, Mark Gay and Vardiol. So
Yeah.
all of those incredible forwards and all those incredible attacking midfielders that they have, Enzo didn't know how to use them. Not shocking because he didn't know how to fucking use them at Chelsea either. And we depended on Cucurella getting to the box for late headers to win matches multiple times. So I got him at 5 for now. I could see them slipping further though. I got him at 5 on my current power rankings.
I didn't see that one coming. I actually don't have them on my list at all, so.
You got whole, so
Hey, they look good, man. My 4, I have Chelsea. And obviously beating Fulham 3-2 away. There were some things I loved. There's some things I absolutely did not like. Obviously, the biggest positive we kind of got into this a little bit before was Cole Palmer looked like the old and healthy Cole Palmer. He obviously assisted João Pedro with the opener in the first 31 seconds, and he scored that game winner. And you can kind of see he has that chemistry with João Pedro. That looks
Mhm.
good. Obviously, Palmer led the team in shots, touches in the box, duels, ones, and recoveries. And I just think when you have those three now with Rogers, the JP Morgan connection, I hate that
I
nickname,
love
but
that.
I don't like it. But
Really, I love
I
the
just
JP Morgan. I couldn't like that anymore
Palmer hates it. They did an interview and they said this is
because he doesn't
rubbish.
fucking know what it means, man.
He's so funny there in interviews. But I just think attacking wise, they looked really good. They look could be the most dangerous 3 in the Premier League. I said could be. It's still early to tell. But then obviously I still have concerns. Well, I did have concerns with Sanchez being our goalkeeper, and you saw both of the goals he let up. The first goal was a stinker. Near post should have been saved. And the second goal was just, I'm sorry, you got to either catch that or hit it to the side. You can't hit it right there. You can blame maybe Colwell a little bit for it, but I'm blaming that on Sanchez. But I think the attack's not going to be a problem, but I still think the defense could be a little bit of an issue. But now, obviously, with bringing in Emiliano Martinez, this does change things a little bit more. So I probably could have put Chelsea maybe a little higher, but I made this before that news came out. So I'm gonna have Chelsea at my 4.
Okay, that's fair enough. I do have Chelsea on my list. I have them higher. I will say that. So I'll take them at 4 for sure because I'll explain. I'm in the same boat with a lot of those, but I'll talk about mine in a little bit. My number 4 after week one is Everton. I think they look good. I think they're moving and grooving under David Moyes. And Kieran Dewsbury Hall looks like a different player since leaving Chelsea and going over there. He assisted on the match on, or I'm sorry, he scored in the match on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And Njai looking really good as well. Tierno Barry, I think he might have figured it out. So he scored over the weekend, and then yesterday, I know he played Preston North End. Was it yesterday or Tuesday? In any case, he bagged a hat trick. So I think he may be on to something, especially if they can bring Jack Grealish in. Do I think they stay at 4 for the rest of the season? Absolutely not. But as of right now, Everton is my 4 after week one because I thought they looked good against Palace, and I do like their attacking options. Again, I think I said it before the season. I see them probably from anywhere between 11 to 9, maybe 8.
Yeah. No, I don't hate that. This list's gonna get interesting because I don't have either of them on my list at all.
Okay.
Uh, my 3 is Brentford.
Yeah, they're my 3 as
Obviously,
well.
obviously beat Tottenham 3-0, and honestly could have been 4 if Igor Thiago made his penalty kick. You had Mamadou Sanford, who had his immediate impact on his debut, assisting Keane Lewis Potter, while Jeanette and Coyote also scored. But again, it's not the result that impressed me. It's how they handled a Tottenham team that
Mhm.
a lot of fans had higher expectations for them. They spend this enormous amount of money. They entered the year with De Zerbi. Brentford lost players and coaches, and somehow they keep functioning as well. They're like a team that just they just don't go away.
Yeah.
And I just got to give credit to them. And I think when do we stop calling them underrated? And maybe again, they're just a club that's very good at running a football club.
They are a club that's very good running a football club. I read a book about this, and I think I've referenced this before, but the Brentford owner is actually used to be a professional gambler. So he runs his team based on the way they run Moneyball with the Oakland
I
Athletics.
remember you saying this.
So
Yes.
everything he does is very analytical. Everything is systematic. So when he replaces players or coaches, in his mind, he's replacing the same player, right? So he's just running. He really likes to run a business, from what I've learned.
It's
But I got
working.
him at three as well because they look damn good and they're looking scary. Again, EFL Cup, take what you want. They won 6-1 this week. So they won.
They scored 20 goals in the last four games, I think they said.
Yeah, I mean their team form's crazy. Again, we're talking about friendlies and stuff, but at some like they're clicking on all cylinders. They're scary right now. If you can get out of the gates fast, you put yourself in good position to finish in, I think, top five. Like if you get off to a hot start, we saw Chelsea do that a few years ago. They were hot in the first part of the season. Maybe they're just a good team. Maybe you're right. So I got them at three. Beautiful stadium too. Loved going there. On the outskirts of London, you get a little bit of the nature.
The
Stadium's right on
bees
the
are
river there.
buzzing.
The bees are buzzing. Bees are buzzing. My number two, I'm going to leapfrog you here, are the Blues. I'm going with the Blues at two. And I was tempted to put them at one. The forward play looks incredible. The forward
Yeah.
combination right now of Morgan, I almost just said Morgan Rogers. Oh, it is Morgan Rogers. JP Morgan. I got JP Morgan, Morgan Chase, Morgan Rogers. There's so many bank acronyms. But they're just cashing. They're just cash up front. And I think Cole Palmer looks the best he's looked since the first year he was here. He's run, like we said it before, he's tracking back on defense. He's running. He looks good. He doesn't look hurt. He looks faster than he's looked in the past. I was watching him run. I'm like, damn, who the hell is that? He's fast. And I think for so long he was hurt where he couldn't run at full speed. So they look great up top. My fear is defense.
Yeah.
It's going to be obviously with that back three because at any given time, unless his plan is to play a left back and a right back, I don't like playing five defenders either because then we're too reliant on three forwards. So it's going to be interesting to see how he juggles that. But I like the if we can outscore the opponent, that's the key. But I think right now my biggest concern is defense, which is why I have them at two. But they looked really good. And then today against Luton, again, they didn't impress me, but they looked dominant the entire match. 27 shots. That's a different team, right?
Yeah.
Last year under Maresca, we would not have taken 27 shots in a match. That doesn't happen.
No.
So I like the front-footed approach.
Does Martinez coming in like switch things for you to make you feel a little bit more positive in a way?
I think I'm just shaky about three at the back because I haven't seen it work in the Premier League a lot. When you think three at the back, you think very attacking. So in my eyes, I'm a little nervous, just a little nervous because yeah, three at the back
Sure.
hasn't worked in the Premier League in a long time, right? The game's changed a lot.
Yeah.
Um, we'll see.
We'll say hopefully we can keep them that high. My my two is the opponents that Chelsea will be playing Sunday is Brighton. Again, if I was purely putting this on performance, I'd probably put them at my number one. They destroyed an Aston Villa team 4-0, scored all four goals in the first 31 minutes. Obviously, Villa got that red card, affected the game a little bit, but I think Brighton, even before that, were still in control. And I think Brighton was a team that we both had in our predictions in the beginning of the year. Oh, they're always in that mid-table situation. They're always from like seven. They can go from 7 to 12 in the span of two games because they're only a couple points away.
Hmm.
And I think this year I was concerned where the goals were going to come from with Danny Welbeck obviously leaving. And then obviously you have Minta that's hurt, who's going to be out for a couple of weeks. But right from the
Yeah,
start, they're
Oliva leaving too.
pressing. Yeah, pressing. They were attacking quickly, and I think they just overwhelmed the crap out of Villa. So I think I have to put them at my two for right now. I think this can obviously change over the few weeks because you never know what kind of Brighton team you may get. But I
Yeah,
think
that's my
I
big thing.
but I think for right now, of what I saw from all the teams in the Premier League, I'm going to put them on my two for now.
They're always hit or miss to me, though. They're always hit or miss because they're young, right? That's the thing. They could
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
4-0 this week, and next week could lose 3-0. I will say, Hertzler, good hair transplant. Good hair transplant. It's looking good. He's looking sharp. Number one, I guess it's Arsenal.
Yeah, it's
I,
Arsenal,
I don't really want to fucking
unfortunately.
talk about him that much, to be honest.
Now, I thought about putting them a little bit not at one just because they did play Coventry,
And it wasn't
but
very convincing, but
but I still think like I thought like the first 15 20
well, it
minutes
was
I
rather
th the first
convincing.
15 20 minutes Coventry actually I thought well they were holding on, but then once Arsenal got that first goal it kind of just opened it up a little bit, but I just still think they look good.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
And
They
Odegaard
were
looks like a new
convincing.
player playing with freaking confidence, man.
Saka looks good. Declan Rice looks good. They all look good. Yeah, we're could be in some could be in some trouble. Could be in some trouble. All right. So Justin, we got our top five. Who disappointed you?
How many do you have here? I just have three. I don't know if you did five.
I didn't do five.
I did three.
Okay.
All right,
Give me three.
I think my number one is United.
Yep.
Again,
We
they
probably
already
have
went
probably
over.
similar
So
disappointments.
yeah, obviously lost a hole. They had 72% possession. Again, the results not what thing. I just think they looked flat. I thought Cunha was awful. I thought Bruno Fernandes was atrocious. I thought Dorgu, I think, had the ball and lost it every time.
Stink.
If you look at his stats, and just Hull was all over him. Intensity, set pieces, structure. Well, they killed Manchester United on set pieces. And I thought United didn't create they created very little substance. I thought Tielemans and Santos had very quiet debuts as well.
Mhm.
And obviously they got Ipswich next game. You figured it'd be an easy way to start the season, two newly promoted teams, but how they play against Ipswich is going to show me a lot
Yeah.
about this team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're not my number one as well. I mean, with so much hype, I had them at number what, two or three to finish the season.
So
With so much hype around them this season, they need to win this weekend. Michael Carrick needs to win. The midfield, like you said, didn't impose themselves. They had 71.6% possession, no
yeah,
goals. That just can't happen. And it's looking more and more likely that Sesko isn't going to fit into their long-term plans almost.
I don't know, man. We've always I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I keep hearing them saying we need a natural striker up top, but he's pretty fucking natural at striking the ball. I don't know. But yeah, Man United is definitely my number one there, especially after losing the hole. That's just not a little concerning.
If they were playing at home at Old Trafford and lost,
They've probably been booed off.
I would have a lot more concerns. But again, it's we don't want to overreact.
It's week one.
It is only week one, but it's still something
It's
concerning.
concerning. My
Yeah, who do
number
you? Yeah, again, go for it.
My number two is Tottenham. I
I
think
have
because
them
of the
as
amount
well.
of money they spent. And here's the thing, it's not losing as much as it's the losing in the fashion that they did. Getting trounced 3-0 is bad. They spent, roughly 300 million so far. They only had 26% possession against Brentford. No shots on target in the first half, and Brentford just completely owned that game. You spend that much money, that can't happen. It just cannot happen, right? So now they're adding Savino, they're adding Marmoush. They sh Let's hope they make a difference. But the odd thing too is with all those additions, it's like they didn't play them on the weekend. It didn't seem like, right? Like it didn't seem anything very interesting. Moore was playing on the right up top. Like it just didn't seem like a very good lineup.
No, yeah. To me, it's kind of you hit it on spot on. You can't spend that much money, talk about how you're going to become in a new here's a new era of this team, and then go out there and just get destroyed by Brentford. And I'm not going to take credit away from Brentford, but it's not like we were saying Liverpool, not like we were saying Arsenal or City. Like it's Brentford.
Right.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. My third, was that your number two as well?
Yeah, I had them as two as well.
Okay. And my third was Liverpool.
Okay,
Another
go ahead.
team spent a bunch of money last season, and I think three could have been interchangeable for a few other teams, but stole a point at Newcastle, but they just looked like shit. They
Yeah.
really didn't look good. It may be the players. And maybe we are too high on Florian Wirtz. Maybe he isn't ever going to figure it out. Like he didn't look good again. Again, I know it's week one, but this is the second year in the Premier League for him, and he didn't look like he was going to dictate the game too much. hopefully for them, Barcola could come in and make a difference, but they didn't look great against Newcastle. And for me, it is strange. Obviously, Dominic Soboslai is your captain. It is strange that Isak didn't take the penalty at the end of the match.
He's on my fantasy team. I don't care. You can take as many penalties as he
I know
wants.
you don't care, but that's my thing is like, where is your striker's confidence playing at Newcastle that he wouldn't step up and take that penalty?
No, yeah. I just think they defensively they don't look great, and I don't want to go into too much detail because we're going to talk about Liverpool with the next question, obviously. But I think they have concerns the way they're playing in the new formation, the new system, and stuff like that. But that's what I'll say for now with them.
Yep, fair enough.
My three is you could have him here, you can't have him. Is Aston Villa. Obviously, there's a lot of drama going on with them. Obviously, you lost your star boy Morgan Rogers came to Chelsea. Now you're losing your star striker Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins, to possibly Saudi and who else
I
did they
mean,
get rid of?
Martinez is gone
Yeah,
now.
Martinez is gone. Like they're just selling everyone, so it's hard, I guess, to get what
Kansa.
you're cons as well, what you're expecting to get out of this club. But I still think when you lose 4-0 to Brighton in the opening game. I just think it doesn't look good. And is it maybe one bad game, or are we seeing consequences of Villa just losing too much talent this summer? Again, I think it's something we'll have to monitor over the couple of weeks, but it's just not a good look for Villa.
They did have an early red that obviously hurts, but no, I think you're 100% right. You lost three really key pieces to that, four key pieces to that team that have made them as good as they've been for a couple years now under Unai Emery. And right now, your biggest replacement for them is Nico Jackson. And I'm not buying that as a, a piece that's going to help them turn the season around. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
he might contribute a goal, but he would have made that goal, that match 4-1 and might have even gotten sent off. So I think they need to make some moves during the next few days, or I think they could be in trouble, relegation trouble.
they they could.
Yeah.
I think it depends. I don't know. They definitely made money off the market. So
Yeah, exactly. They
I
made
don't know
money.
what they're doing. They're just sitting in the bank accounts of the owners and
It's got to be some PSR bullshit that they can't spend it. You know what I mean?
probably
All right. Well, moving along, we have Liverpool. Are they still in trouble?
no.
No? You think
I
they're out of
think
trouble?
how do I word this? I think yes. I I guess you can say they're in a little bit of trouble, but I think it's fixable.
Okay.
And to me, it's just it's the same problems. I don't know if you got to watch them in the preseason. Similar problems in the preseason friendlies. And obviously, we know Areola, he wants to press high and play aggressive. But I think what you've noticed is you saw both goals that Newcastle scored. It's under defensive transition. And I
Mhm.
think Van Dijk's getting older.
Mhm.
Jeremy Jacquet, who they just brought in, he struggled with getting with runners in behind defensively. I think I think is I'm going to
It's
use this
really
word
bad.
again.
Yeah.
He's atrocious. He's shite,
He is
as
shit.
as
Maybe
they would
Areola
say
can
it.
figure it out with like his fucking, I mean, because he used to be at Bournemouth, but he is shit.
Yeah, I don't think he's good at all. And you had Anthony Elanga who is running all over him.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's gonna be I'm not sold on their defense. That's my biggest thing. Obviously, you lost Konate, you lost Robertson, Joe Gomez is injured. Jackwit, who did play, did have fitness issues, but who else is there? And with this aggressive style that Ariel is playing, is they want to get higher up the field and they want to press. So if that press does get beaten, defenders have more space to cover now, and you're not going to have 36-year-old Van Dijk. I don't even know how old he is. He's not going to be able to cover that space anymore. That 50 yards of space behind him. It's not going to work with players like Anthony Elanga, who did score, who's pacey as hell. So I
And
think
we saw
that's
that
one.
last year too.
Yeah, I think that's one. I think two is I know you're gonna hate this. Replacing Salah is bigger than his goals.
Yeah, he's a
Salah,
Liverpool guy.
yes, he just didn't score, but he created so many problems. He stretched defenses. He attracted double teams. He gave Liverpool a guaranteed threat, and goals are
Mhm.
going to need to come somewhere on this team. And when I look at this team, I thought it'd be Isak. I really did. I thought coming injury, and he didn't look good at all. I thought Florian Wirtz was very poor again. And I don't know if it's a style, I don't know if it's a confidence issue, if they're misusing him. That needs to be a problem that needs to be fixed. And then I also don't think Rio is ready to start games yet. I know he's very young, but he didn't look ready. The only bright side I could say is Victor Munoz off the bench looked good coming off.
Mhm.
But besides that, I think it just needs to be switched. And I think when you go into a transition of going to Jurgen Klopp, then to Arne Slot, who all the players for Slot were basically Klopp's players, and
Right.
then going to Areola and seeing the different styles. Now you're going to a pressing style. I do think it takes a little bit of time to get used to. So that's why I'm saying it's fixable. I'd say the
Yeah.
next month, if it doesn't get better, then I'd say they're in trouble.
Yeah.
That's where
I
I'm at
think
with them.
I think I'm in the same spot. I don't think it's pressed the panic button yet, but I'm looking through their squad right now and they just lack so much depth at defense, right? Like you said, who is back there? I don't know. Connor Bradley's out. You have Frimpong, Joseph Gomez, Van Dyke, Jaquette, Leone, who's out until September, Arroyo, and then Kirkez. That's it. That's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's eight defensive players and three who are hurt right now. That's only five
Yeah.
defensive players, and then the rest of the squad is all forwards and freaking midfielders.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
I think their defense is in a lot of trouble. I think they'll score goals, but as I alluded to earlier, it might be the way Florian Wirtz plays. He's just too pretty of a player, and it's not going to work in the Premier League. You don't have that much time on the ball. You have to get the ball and go, get the ball and go, and he has not picked the pass yet. And I know you said Rio, but who's going to say somebody's got to start if they get rid of Gakpo? Like if they're going to sell Gakpo to Tottenham, even if Barcola comes in, I think Rio will still start. So I think he's going to be forced into that role. The one big thing that I like a lot about Liverpool, and it helps them a lot, is obviously their forwards, but their midfielders. I do like their midfielders a lot. Gravenberch, Silva if he's playing that holding midfield position, as well as McAllister. I do think they have depth in the midfield. But I
Yeah.
do think they've gotten rid of a lot of that Liverpool core as well. They did just get rid of Curtis Jones as well, who is a true Liverpoolian. So it's interesting. Iriol is kind of making it his team now, and let's see if it's gonna. But still, that high attacking press from Klopp. But let's see how it pans out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not panic button yet, but I think it's definitely like you said, something to monitor.
Yeah. And I think like a lot of this episode you could say is like, okay, we can't overreact yet. Like it's still too early, but these things are like they're in the back of fans' heads, like 100%. Like, what if this goes wrong? Like, how long will it last? Is this going to be fixed and things like that?
Right, right. All right, we'll see. Next topic we got here: Oliver Glasner. How long does he last at Nottingham Forest, Jay?
So this is the thing. It's never good when you lose your first two games. And when you lose to Leeds two times in a row, which is crazy, by the way, obviously lost to Leeds in
Uh-huh.
the Premier League 1-0. Then they just played them in the EFL Cup 2-0. So if I had to
Mhm.
give you my answer right now, I'm gonna say into the fall.
No
But I
goals yet.
think, yeah, I think if well, Liam Delap's coming, things are gonna change. I think if nothing changes, I think by October he could be in danger. And there's already Forest supporters are booing. Now you got to go play Liverpool and Tottenham, which does not help your case at all. Tottenham will see. But this is my thing. Like, this is a crazy stat to think of. Glasner is Nottingham's fifth permanent manager under a year. So they're going through a manager every about 2.5 months.
Yep.
So this is the thing, like he doesn't have the luxury of assuming ownership's going to stay patient when things get ugly, because Nottingham has showed you we'll get rid of you, we'll bring in someone else, and eventually,
Marinakis, yeah.
eventually it sounds like there's not going to be any managers left to come to Nottingham. So I am going to defend him a little bit here because he just got here and the squad is still changing, and obviously it just brought in a couple of pieces. But at this time, like, do you keep him and try to manage it, or do you just go to another manager in 2 months? Like when do you look at both sides, recycling and seeing things aren't working over a year, or maybe hey, you may have to suffer until Christmas break and then make a decision. But
Yeah. No,
I
I
don't.
agree. At some point, like Marinakis has to just let one coach go and try it out. You're right. He's gone through five. It's gone Nuno, Postacoglu, Deich, Pereira, and now we're on Glasner. Those are five good coaches too. Pereira, you could call it, but Nuno, Postacoglu, and Deich, excellent coaches.
Yeah,
So Glasner's not really even fighting the fans. He's not fighting the players. It's fighting Marinakis. So I think. Honestly, if he loses the next two matches and he starts 0 and 4,
I don't think that early.
he's done it
Now
before, man.
I know
I
it would
think
it would be
hopefully
different
they
to
give him
me.
through September. Hopefully they give him through September.
It would
I
just be different to me if they didn't have Liverpool and Tottenham coming up. If they were playing Leeds twice and they're playing Ipswich and say Sunderland or something else and they lost, then I'd be more concerned. But I don't know. How can you just sign it and then you get rid of him
I
right
think I'll
away
be
and then you're
honest with you,
just
he gets fired
recycling?
this year. I think he definitely gets fired. I just think it's a matter of time when he does because Marinakis wants them into Europe. They're not going to make Europe this squad. And he's going to
No,
fire whatever coach it's going to take until he gets into Europe. So I think he gets fired, just not early in the season. That's my take on it. I don't think he finishes at Nottingham Forest this season.
no, I don't either. I can agree with that. I think he will get fired, but it is when it will happen.
Yeah. Here's another coach. How long does Jose Mourinho last?
You want to take this one? You want to go
Yeah,
for your
I'll take
boy?
this one. He's looked real good at Real Madrid so far. And I think my favorite thing is the way he's connecting with the players on that personal level. You saw it the other night when he took Vinny out. And, typically Vinny gets very upset when he gets taken out of a match. But Mourinho, he's like, listen to them. They're cheering for you. He took him out right after he scored a goal. And Mourinho knew that that was the good time to take him out so he could leave to a big round of applause. And that's when you saw Vinny smiling. He was happy, something he normally doesn't do when he leaves the field. A happy Vinny is a very dangerous Vinny. And we saw that in the past when he was under Ancelotti, right? Like that's when he was playing his best football, when he was happy, when he was smiling. It could be very dangerous. But here is the thing with Marino. It has that lifespan, right? It has everybody knows that timeline. It happens all the time. And it goes like this. It gets everyone excited because there's early results. The expectations go up. People start criticizing him. They
Mhm.
start asking the dressing room questions. Then it's him versus everyone else. Then he's out. It's usually for him, it's every third year in his success years. When does the timeline start? I don't know. That timeline always starts. I don't think it'll be this season, but that timeline will always start with Jose Mourinho. He typically, other than at Inter Milan, is kind of forced his own way out in most cases.
No. Yeah, I think he's kind of what you kind of said about. I think he started off strong with Real Madrid, and obviously there were those rumors about how is he going to control this locker room with all the drama between Jude Bellingham, Vinny Jr., Mbappe, and all this stuff. But I think he's handled it well,
Been
and
quiet.
I think what we have to remember too, he did sign through 2029. Uh, and like you said, all the players seem happy. And you're seeing a lot. I don't know if you've noticed this. You're seeing a calmer side of Mourinho as well. Not
Mm.
as energetic, not as vocal, kind of just more quiet. So I think he's focusing more on the locker room business of Real Madrid, I'd probably say right now, than possibly the tactics and play of Real Madrid, if that makes sense. But
Honest,
I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's a great fit for Real Madrid with all these players and the talent's there, and they should win trophies this year.
Yeah, he's one of those people too, I think, that he can just kind of adapt to the situation he's put in. I think when he was like in Turkey, he could just kind of be kind of crazy and they let him do that because like that was his thing. But now that he's with Real Madrid, he probably knows like, hey, I can't like be calling out people for like cheating and stuff like that, even though he was right. Um, but yeah, no, I like the calmer approach. I like the head on straight. I wouldn't mind seeing him rush down the touchline and like slide
Yeah, do his
on his
famous
knees.
knee slide.
at the camp now, I would love to see that, but yeah, not getting like red carded, not getting like just some of the stupid shit he used to do. Because sometimes he would just bring like huge problems on himself for
Yeah.
no reason. Sometimes and I was like, dude, come on. But I think he knows that Real Madrid he's not the main show. So, well, hopefully he knows that. And the last question that we have, or kind of topic as far as takeaways from week one is, does the Scottish Premiership deserve an auto championship league bid, like a Champions League bid, or another European spot automatically? The reason I ask this is because the Scottish Premiership, as of today, has no teams in Europe at all. They've all been eliminated in the knockout rounds leading, or the qualification rounds of Europe competitions. What are your thoughts here, Jay?
No, absolutely not.
So
I
even though the
think,
Premier League gets five, they should get
yeah,
zero.
yeah, I do agree. Besides Celtic and Rangers, who probably carry the Scottish Premier League ship
Sure, sure.
because of their history, fan bases, stadiums, European pedigree, and stuff like that. I don't think anybody else should, I guess, get to join up with the Champions League and stuff like that. And I think it's a big UEFA thing too. I think UEFA judges Scottish football as a whole, and the rest of the league hasn't consistently performed well enough in Europe. I think obviously we just saw Celtic. We're up 4-1 going in the second leg, and
Not bad.
shit the bed. So I think it's just they're focusing more on European results rather than history and popularity. So I just don't think they deserve it.
That's
And
fair. I mean, I love watching Scottish football. There's so much passion, so much energy, but you're right. Outside of the old firm teams of Celtic and Hearts, or Celtic and Rangers, we have Hearts, Hibernian, but they're just not up to snuff. If you were to put Celtic and Rangers, I think alone in the Premier League, I think they struggle to even, crack relegation zone. They operate on a much smaller budget too. That's a big thing. They cannot have
yes,
high paying players. So it's not like they all are just shit and just making bad business decisions. They can't afford those players. So as much as it hurts to say it, I guess I do agree with you that they don't deserve an auto bid. But man, I would love just a flashback to Rangers Postacoglu days making a run at something. You know what I mean?
no, yeah, I get what you're saying too, because it's like, oh, like you said, the Premier League gets four spots and possibly that fifth spot, depending if they win. And then you look at, like, again, you look at the Scottish League. Is the Scottish League a less known league? Probably not. Is it a very well known league? Probably not as well. It's probably in the middle. And if it wasn't for Celtic or Rangers,
Yeah.
would anyone care about it? Probably not. You can probably discuss Hearts is starting to go up that balance or whatever you want to say, up the ladder
Mm.
to switch that, but I just don't think they're big enough yet.
Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah. What about Motherwell? Think they can ever get up there? Hibernian?
Probably not.
What about Saint Thistle?
Probably not. Any other ones you want to go? Because you're probably going to get the same repetitive answer. Probably
You
not.
want to go, gotta go over the Irish Premiership and see what teams deserve to make the.
Probably not.
All right. Well, that's all we got for week one. We'll move along to our predictions for week two of the Premier League. We'll start with Friday night football. We are just 24 hours away. You listeners probably won't hear this until tomorrow, though. I'm not going to be editing it tonight to put a
Ian, we are
long week.
5-5, by the way, on our predictions from last week. You got five right. I got five correct. I'm keeping.
Oh, okay.
I have a little tracker. I've been putting it on TikTok. TikTok got to see it. So it's 5-5 right now.
Okay. All right. Perfect. First match we have tomorrow, 3 p.m. Crystal Palace at home against Manchester City. Justin, what you got?
It's Man City. If
Yep.
Palace struggled against Everton, I think Man City gets on the board here.
Yeah, I got City here too. I think this. I don't want to say. I don't want to say it's going to be a comeback, like a bounce back game for City, because I don't think it will be. I think it's a game they'll get by, and that'll be it.
Erling Haaland hat trick.
I just traded Erling Haaland off my fantasy team listeners, and I don't know if I could stomach a hat trick. I did get Morgan Rogers and Rio, so I'll take it. But yeah, I see City winning unconvincingly though. Saturday morning, 7:30 EST, Liverpool at home at Anfield against Nottingham Forest. This is a must-win for Liverpool, and I think they show up. First home match of the season. Anfield is probably the toughest place to play at in the Premier League, and I don't think it's going to be Nottingham Forest that if Liverpool's problem's their defense, it's not going to be Nottingham Forest that cracks it.
Yeah, I think they destroy them. I think Liverpool wins 3-0, at least
Yeah.
3-0.
But that being said, every time I do think that about Liverpool, they don't score three.
I don't know. Liverpool wins.
I think Liverpool wins. Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. Bournemouth at 10 a.m. against Everton. Bournemouth at home. This is one of those matches playing on the road for Everton. I think it could be a little difficult. Bournemouth lost week one. It will be their first home match of the season. I don't think it's a. I don't think it's an easy game for Everton. I don't think it's easy. Give me a draw here.
I went back and forth with this one because I thought Everton played well against Palace, and then I also thought Bournemouth played well against City. But I think the home factor, I think Bournemouth has a little slight edge to Everton.
Mhm.
I'm going to take Bournemouth. Can I see a draw here? Yes, but I'm going to go with Bournemouth.
I'm giving Bournemouth, yeah, the edge is what balances it out for me because I like
Mm,
Everton over Bournemouth, but the home is what balances it out. And then looking at
that's
the
fair.
forecast, it's supposed to rain. 1-1 draw, something nasty. Or a 1-0 win for Bournemouth. It's going to be something like that. This is going to be a good one, 10 a.m. Coventry against Hull, two teams that were in the championship last season. Hull coming off a heater against heater, great match against Manchester United, and then Coventry coming off the heels of a 3-0 loss to Arsenal. I'm going to take Coventry in this one. Give me them because they are the home side here. And I do think they have the stronger squad than Hull. Obviously, Hull great win against Manchester United, and anything can happen. But I do like Coventry in this one because I do think that they spent a good deal of money this offseason. I like Frank Lampard as a head coach. I think he'll get the Vlads back on track.
Yeah, I have Coventry as well. I just think this is a team who, again, looked decent against Arsenal. And then obviously, when you open up against Arsenal, it's never an easy test. But a team, they know each other very well. And Coventry had their number last year in the championship. And I think that plays a factor here as well. So I think they have the advantage here. So I'm going to take them.
Okay. Amazing. And then 12:30 Saturday, Tottenham at home against Newcastle.
I have draw.
You got a draw here?
Yeah, because I'm so sick, and this is what I did for my pick'em last year. I was so sick of picking Tottenham against easy opponents, and then they would just shit the bed. They wouldn't win, and then I picked them week one,
I got
and
Newcastle.
you have Newcastle.
Yeah, I think Tottenham's just still got so many. Like, what's going to have changed in a week? Like, yeah, you brought in Savinho, but honestly, at this point, they're just trying to buy players and fit all these gaps. But they got to take some time to mesh. They got to take some time to mesh together as a team at a professional level. So I got Newcastle because I think Tottenham is still going to struggle for a little bit until they can figure out all the tactics with the new guys that they brought in.
I just don't think if they win, Wembley's going to be booing the crap out of them.
You think Tottenham's going to get booed at home?
If they lose, yeah.
Yeah, well, they always do. All right. Sunday morning, Chelsea Brighton, 9 a.m. Chelsea at home. Blues are back, baby. Give me Chelsea. I don't care about Hertzler's new fucking hairdo. I don't care about the youth players. Give me Chelsea bagging three and a win. Will they give up two? Maybe, but they'll score three and they'll win.
I have Chelsea as well. I think this will be a much more difficult test for us than Fulham. So I
Mhm.
think this will say a lot more about us, but I'm taking Chelsea as well.
Yeah. I like us too much. I like the attack too much. Too much. Leeds, Brentford. Leeds are at home. Give me Brentford on the road here. Brentford just playing so well. Like you said earlier, 20 goals over the last four matches. They're clicking on all cylinders. Leeds is a very strong team. They could definitely put up some defense at the back. The way you looked up, I have a feeling that you don't think Brentford's going to win, but I'm going to take Brentford to win here.
No, I am so high. You saw how high I have Leeds this year. I'm so high on them, and they're home. They're home as well. I wanted to take them.
They're so good though. They've looked really good.
You know what? I'm taking Leeds. You're making me
All
switch.
right. All right.
I had Brentford down. I'm switching it. I'm taking Leeds. The
All right.
confidence at home. It's gonna be buzzing. Leeds
Okay.
for the win.
All right. All right. I don't hate that. I'm watching the highlights of them playing Nottingham Forest right now. I like their midfield a lot. I also really like Harry Wilson. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. I can see it. Sunderland, 9 a.m. at home against Fulham. I think this is another Fulham loss, to be honest. I think they haven't replaced the players that they needed to replace in the offseason. I think Josh King looks like he could be a really young prospect and a very good talent for them, but I think they end up getting rid of him as well. And I just like Sunderland, man. Give me Sunderland. Rocking up at home.
Yeah, I'm not high on Sunderland this season. Obviously, we've said that. I actually thought Fulham didn't look that bad against us with Garcia and Joshua King as well. And I think they won 3-0 today in their EFL Cup game.
They did.
But I'm not overly impressed with both teams, so I'm going to go with the draw here.
Boo. That's a cop out.
Well, guess what?
Boring.
When that's correct, you're
Man
going
U,
to regret
Ipswich,
it.
Man U at home, Old Trafford, 11:30 Sunday morning. Give me Manchester United. No if, ands, buts, or maybes. They gotta
Yeah.
win. They gotta win. They gotta play hungry. I think they'll play hungry at home.
Yeah, if they lose here, they drop points. I think there's going to be a lot of concerns here. I even think if they win like 1-0 or 2-1, I still think there's probably concerns here going against Ipswich, but it's got to be Manchester United here.
I agree. Rounding us out is Monday, last day of August, the 31st, is Aston Villa at home against Arsenal.
That's Arsenal.
It's the Arsenal.
You saw what Brighton
Uh,
did to Villa?
yeah, I don't think
Arsenal
it's.
might put 10 by him.
Hey, but here's the thing. Yeah. I was gonna try to say something in like support of Villa, but there's not a lot to
There's
say.
nothing
Yeah. All right. Well, listeners, that is it for this episode of the podcast. Justin, anything you want to leave our listeners with this week?
now. Listeners always appreciate you tuning in. Enjoy match week number 2 because before you know it, international break will be here.
Oh my God. I can't.
I was looking at the calendar and I was like,
Like 3 weeks
wow,
away, right?
it said like 3 weeks.
Yeah, they too many of them. But yes, listeners, thank you as always for tuning in. Always appreciate the support. If you have any questions that you want answered, if you want to join the pod, obviously feel free to leave us a comment. And from all of us over here at the Beyond the Ball podcast, until next time.